Okay, basically what's going on this week is we got the chance for tropical development in the Gulf. What happened is a front came down here and stalled out over Florida, and basically what's happening is there's a surface low pressure system developing right about there. I have the satellite view right here, and basically there's a upper low pressure system out over here, and the lower level low pressure system, the surface pressure system, is right about here. Now, this is going to be backing away, allowing this to distance itself from the upper level low. And when that happens, it's going to have less shear and a better chance to develop. Some of these models, like I just showed you, the NAM from the NOAA site, if you just Google NOAA, it'll take you right to their website, NOAA.gov. And this thing just explodes it in the Gulf and takes it right into Louisiana. I doubt that's going to happen. I doubt it's going to be that strong. I'm thinking of maybe if it gets up into this area, a tropical storm or so, but if it gets out here, this might be possible because it'll have a longer run over water. And then some of the computer models basically taking it up into Louisiana and some of eastern Texas and then Alabama. And then basically what happens this time of year with these storms is you have in the summer a big ridge of high pressure that sets up over the south, and that happens pretty much every year, and you can basically look at any year-long time lapse of satellite or radar, and you'll just see this thing just sitting here and just blocking everything that tries to come south. That's why I live right here in Houston. We haven't had much rain for a while, and all the rain comes up and goes up over here into Kansas City and Indianapolis and Washington D.C., Chicago. You'll get these big thunderstorm complexes that'll ride around the top of it. And then what happens is you get later into the season to like where we are right now, this ridge will start breaking down when you start getting storm systems coming in from the northwest because of the changing of the seasons. And what will happen is these will come in, and these will have a cold front, and these will dig into the ridge of high pressure and basically start to break it down. And then once the fronts get down here towards Florida and the high pressure is backed off towards Texas and is centered basically over Texas, these fronts will stall out and dangle in the Gulf, and a low pressure system will try to develop on the end of these most of the time. That is why I have this is basically my storm track right now. This is what I'm thinking if it tries to develop. This is basically for the low pressure. Right here, the big ridge of high pressure, because after these fronts come down and dig into it, it'll center itself over Texas, but then it will redevelop over to the south once the storm systems move by and have stopped interrupting the high pressure. And then what will happen is basically if you have a big ridge of high pressure, like is what usually happens, which is what happened with Edward in 2008 and some other storms back in 1979, 1980, stuff like that, is they'll come up here, develop rapidly, and if it takes this track, it's possible that it could be a Category 1 or Category 2 hurricane by the time it makes landfall on the Texas coast. Now that's if the high pressure re-strengthens back. Now the official forecast right now basically takes it like this. The high pressure, it shows it backing off towards Georgia and Florida more or less, and so that would steer it more towards Louisiana. Now basically all this would allow it to develop is to maybe a strong tropical storm with like 60-mile-an-hour winds. So the main threat with this would be rain. Basically I'm not really worried that much about this particular system. It probably will get named, but if the high pressure system strengthens and we have this, we could have a bit more trouble on our hands, and so basically just got to keep an eye on this. So yeah, this is basically I guess my tropical update, first one, and I'll have many more to come, probably one tomorrow, the next day, and until this system gets developed. Alright, Weathercast 100.